Evening, guys, and welcome to the second round of the SRA Racing Toyota 86 Cup. With me in the studio, Ryan Lurik, all the way from South Africa. Guys, and welcome to the second round of the SRA. Sorry for that, Ryan. Ryan, welcome to the studio. Second week we're doing this, and should be fun. Looking at the times we just had in practice.
Yeah, thanks, Melvin. Yeah, unfortunately, I myself can't race tonight, but more than happy to watch from pit wall and enjoy.
Yeah, it's weird not racing, but we're going to support the guys, and yeah, you should probably be back next week, I reckon, with all the house moving stuff going on. But yeah, we just saw in practice now, looking at the times quick, it's close. I mean, the top 10 is less than a second apart. It should be interesting once again to see how they look after their tires, because that's the main factor in these cars. Not long races, but they do tend to eat away the tires quite quick.
Indeed, and that plays a big factor with brake fade as well, because the braking markers come up so close, and the guys tend to overcook it the late in the race, and they just need to keep their heads clean and take into consideration that the cars need to make the whole race.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the guys now. They've just finished practice, so we're waiting for them to log out, and they'll go into the qualifying session, which I believe is about 15 minutes. After that, we'll see three 15-minute sprint races, and what we'll do in between is we'll try and get the guys into chat and have a chat with them, because they've got to load out of the server, then get back in. It does take a bit of time, but it just makes it all a lot more fun. I mean, Tommy currently working on videos and stuff that we'll be showing, and yeah, it's a bit tricky, but we're getting back into the commentating thing. We haven't done it for a long time, and with a lot of leagues currently running, it's just getting bigger and better.
I fully agree, and you know, it's always nice to see the outside views of what we do, because usually we're in the driver's seats, and you know, we only get to see one view of everything and discuss at a later point. But seeing it from another perspective, it definitely a whole different side of enjoying it. It's incredible.
Okay, so I just got word from Tommy on WhatsApp that qualifying will be starting in about a minute. So they are busy setting the server up. Tommy are having one hell of a task here. We're sitting, having a smoke and just chatting away while he's running the servers, getting everything up and driving himself with his wife. And going to be interesting again. Last week his wife beat him. What's going to happen this week?
Yeah, it'll be very interesting, and I don't know if they've had some discussions in regards to who had what cards to play, but we obviously know Janine is very calm and waits her turns in terms of what other guys are going to be doing, and then she just pulls through the field. She keeps her head straight and clean, and it pays off.
Yeah, last week we saw Gerard Niemann running away with it, taking 2 victories on the trot, and in the third race a bit of coming together with Kian Gous, and he had to fall back and wait for him. But this week it seems to be different. Dewald Lambert, all the way from the Cape, is absolutely flying. He's currently the quickest on track, followed by Wayne Mitten, also from the Cape, and then we've got Dylan, also from the Cape area, and then Craig Hume, also from the Cape area, and then we start getting to the Joburg guys. So it seems like Zwartkops is working for these Cape Townians.
Considering it's a good 1,000+ k's away, you know, you would think that it plays in the Gautengers' favours, but clearly not tonight. And last weekend was the complete reverse.
Yeah, last weekend they were struggling, and it should be a good one. I mean, the championship is wide open, couple of rounds left. Unfortunately, one of the quickest guys we've got on the series, Jakovisa, unable to join due to the fact that he broke his figure on Monday, and he should be joining the chat, and I think we'll hear from him when he starts chatting away. He's not happy not being able to race, that I can assure you.
I know, I can fully agree with that. From my own perspective, neither am I very pleased not to be racing, but like I say, I can always enjoy it on the sideline and support the guys.
Yeah, well, now with the trackside commentators, so we can. Well, I see qualifying is up. I'm going to join the server, and we're going to cross over. I do no, it's still the practice server.
Yeah.
So it seems there is a bit of a delay on the startup, guys. Bear with us. With load shedding going on, it's not easy anymore. It's become a work more than a joy and actual fact to put up these servers.
Yeah, it's been outright a plain disappointment, and unfortunately, I don't see it really improving or going away. Unfortunately, a lot of guys just have to fall in where they can. Myself have been on the fortunate side, not being affected too much within race times, but I very much feel for the guys that when they run generators, like Mike McGeer, he's always racing, whether it's now on a generator or whatever the case may be, he will make a race, and full out support that and the commitment from the guys to actually race. It's incredible.
Yeah, the amount of fuel they put in those things. I mean, earlier this week we had someone who couldn't race on Tuesday because he burnt his Jenny out. That's something you haven't heard in a long time. That's how committed they are to the sim racing scene.
Indeed, and it's also very nice to see another new driver tonight, Jordan Vivian. I don't believe they made it last week, so that's gonna add another twist to the complete lineup and make it quite interesting.
So we see Tommy struggling there to get the server up, but we should be live soonest. Okay, it's gone down now, so everything is going to go live within the next couple of seconds or so. It shouldn't be more than a minute. Okay, so the server is down. Sorry guys, I'm just watching you in the background, trying to get us in time. We're going to watch a qualifying session. Gives you a bit of idea of the colors and schemes the cars and drivers are using. Most of them still in standard skins, but there are quite some nice liveries that we looked at, even though they are stock liveries.
Definitely, they are very interesting. There are some very unique ones. With some twists, but definitely it makes a very colourful grid, and the guys like to play around with their liveries and promote their own businesses as well. So it's always nice to see what everybody's into, and a personal taste. It's always a good variety.
Well, I see Jaco's just joined the chat on YouTube. He's saying he's just going to braai quick and then he'll be on here. So
broken finger or not, he's braaiing.
He's braaiing. Well, on a Thursday night, it's his braai night. He never ever, and I've known him for a long time. He always braais on a Thursday. So even if he's racing, he'll braai in between.
Yeah, that's quite some talent. I will give him that.
Just looking for the server again, quick. Well, I can hear in the background Kian sitting next to me, and he's actually in the driver's brief. Okay. Just hang on, guys. Ryan, if you can take it away for a couple of minutes, chat about what's going on, and I'll be right back.
Sure, no problem. So yeah, once again, a very interesting combination of drivers from all over.
Boys, hello.
Hello.
We're sitting in a live stream. We're talking cuck now for almost 10 minutes. What's going on?
What's it not, Potro?
When will qualifying start? We're sitting for 10 minutes now, waiting for everything to happen. What's going on?
The server doesn't want to move.
Server's live.
Oh, there's now.
Thank you.
So gat full of this, man.
Quickly.
Okay, we're all back. The server is live. There was an issue on their side. Sorry, Ryan.
Good.
As we join in, I'm going to cross over quickly so the guys can just getting a glimpse of things. And yeah, as I said, the times in practice was quite close. And interesting factor is the tyre wear is going to play a massive role, even though it's only 15 minutes per race. You can be quickest in the opening rounds, and then as the race progresses, you quickly drop down.
Indeed, and given that this is still the second round, I think the guys are still getting used to how the cars are behaving and how they go throughout the race. Like I said, there's one or two newer faces tonight that haven't had the previous race experience, and it'll be interesting to see how it works out.
Well, we've got to go on, quickest guy on track, we've got to go on board with Dewald for one quick lap, and just to get the lines, as he goes through turn 3, very fast right-hander, he's got to give a slight lift-off as he goes into turn 4, touches the apex there, gets on the power, rides it out, then he goes up the back straight up to turn 5. Should be very late on the brakes here, 50 meters, yes, late on the brakes, and you can see the rear wanting to step out there, into turn 6. This is quite a tricky corner. If you get it right, you can gain a lot of time, but also lose a lot of time if you get it wrong. Into turn 7, as he goes towards turn 8, onto the flying start-finish straight. And he's going to go for his first flyer, so let's stick with him and see what he actually does. Also, this corner, if you get it right, it's so rewarding. Into turn 2, a very sharp hairpin. It's actually negative camber and not an easy corner to get right.
As you can see, you're running a little bit wide.
So he is the quickest man on track during practice so far, but he is not that far ahead of Wayne Mitten and Craig Hume. Craig Hume, well known driving the supercars in the Makita supercars in Cape Town. And he is actually really quick in these Gazoo racing Toyotas. And you see him going through turn 6.
Some beautiful lines, I must say.
Yeah, he's really pushing it. I mean, and in all leagues he races, he is right up there. He doesn't back off. He's one of the nicest guys to race with, but he won't give you an inch. And we see him going, well, only third quickest. Dylan Visagi currently running quickest. We've got to go to him. And so Dylan putting in a 104.1. But as we saw in practice, these guys go down to about 103.7s.
Yeah, that was Devil's time. Good 200 tenths ahead of second. So, yeah, I definitely expect times to drop. Safi, although I think this is looking like a slower lap, he's down in the sector times.
Dylan Visagi currently, and look at Mike McGeer, the old toppy from SRA, currently in second. Well, he's in the pit now. He's not running. He's exiting the pit now. This is probably one of the nicest liveries we've got out there, done by Tommy Glad.
There you go. Dylan Visagi just posted a 103.743.
Well, that's the quickest so far. I think it's very close to the time that Dewald clocked in practice. He was also in the 103.7s, but I think he was more towards the higher end 7s.
Yeah, I think this is the quickest time.
And Cohen Sussman moving into second, but still about half a second off pace, so still getting into the groove. He's also a very, very quick driver. Young driver, Cape Townian as well. So, yeah. Craig Hume moving up into third, Gerard Dieman in fourth. And we're looking at Mike McGeer currently. These cars look so nice. The Nzima Racing colour scheme done by Tommy Glad. It's a three-car strong team with the Outtoppy Mike, the oldest driver, one of the oldest drivers at SRA. I think he's run about almost 60. He's got to swear at me.
Yeah, I make no comments on age.
Another guy to look out for is Pieter Geldenhuys. He's actually an endurance racer, and he's been thrown into deeper things in these short sprint races. But older at sim racing, and lately we've seen him getting to grips with these sprint races. He starts to slide the car and he really pushes it. Yet
And
he manages to always finish pretty high up.
Well, he's already proving it. I mean, so this far he's qualified 7th and quite high up in the grid already.
He's on a flyer now. We're going to see if he can improve his time. I haven't got the splits here, so you might be able to. He's actually up on his split by 0.128. So we'll see if
Dylan
he
is
can
also looking at an impressive lap now. He's up 2/10 as well. So we could be looking at a very low.
Yeah, he's gone
Yeah,
down to
one of
that is the
3.5.
quickest time so far. So he is flying. He is literally
He's
really
definitely
flying.
around.
It seems like the track grip, obviously the track grip is random, so even they have set up the cars during practice, with the track grips changing, it's going to be extremely different for them now, and they've got to adapt quick, and it's going to be the same with the race. You're going to have different grip levels, different traction levels, and it's going to play with him a bit.
Yeah, and as some more rubber gets laid down, it's going to become even trickier. Given that they're on street tires, it doesn't favour too well with overheating either.
You can see most of the guys looking at the flicks of the cars. They're running quite soft.
Yes, you can see quite a measure of body roll, but it however has a great advantage in cornering because of the nose under braking.
And you can see there Mike McGear has just gone up into 2nd place. So he's really pushing it. He's down to 103.9, locking up the brakes there as he goes into turn 2. And Dewald not hanging back as well. He's also into the 103s on a 103.999. He's still a bit off
Mike
his time,
just
but
stole that.
he just got that one. They've got about 7 minutes left, so anything can still happen. Unfortunately, Janu van der Westhuizen, last week we saw he is bloody quick as soon as he gets the car dialed in. When I joined the chat, sadly he was struggling with his equipment, and I'm not sure if he'll be able to join it. But if he does, he's going to be someone to look out for.
Oh, that was almost a close one.
That was a close one.
That was very close. And I see Cohen Sassman's taken honours for 2nd thus far.
Yeah, Cohen moving up. Cohen, as I said, really quick driver. More of a rally driver, but it shows in his driving style. And these cars do favour a bit of sideways action.
Yeah, definitely not to be overdriven, but loose is fast.
Then we see Cape Townian Makita Supercars driver Craig Hume moving up into 3rd place now, down to 103.8. So it is, the top 5 is within half a second of each other at the moment. Another guy to look out for, Margai, is currently in pit. He is always quick, but he said he's going to drive blind tonight. He literally just got home, hopped onto the server, no practice, no setup. And the tyre settings on these cars are not easy to get right.
No, definitely not. But however, he's up there.
Hey, well, he's in the top 10, and that's the most important. And then again, look at Janine. She's right up there with the big boys, running in 13th. Actually, again, ahead of Tommy. The problem, Ryan, what I miss?
It's just a huge misunderstanding in turn 1. It's Cohen Sassman exiting the pit, and it's everybody just held on brakes and tried avoidance.
Okay. Well, it's fortunate it's qualifying. Usually some guys on sim racing do tend to put the guys alone on qualifying, but here we do it differently. You've got to qualify in the field. You've got to pick your time, know when to go out, know when to back off. And it often happens that where a fast driver gets stuck up in traffic and he can't put the times he has to put.
For sure, and that's entirely the whole purpose of the simulation of it all. It's to be realistic, and I personally wouldn't want it any other way. It adds a good twist to it. It makes it very interesting and very challenging.
Well, Cohn, as we see, he's trying to benefit now. He's jumped up behind Dylan. He knows Dylan is quickest.
And he runs just a little bit wide.
He's trying to make use of his slip.
And these cars are quick in the slips.
He is making good use of it, and he might, if he can pull it off, he might be able to jump Dylan on the grid. Not sure if he can. He's not within the striking range of the slip though.
No, but I'm not quite sure if push to pass is actually activated during qualifying, because that'll also be an interesting twist to know how they're utilizing it.
No, it's not utilized in qualifying. Practice you can use it, and then during the race, I'm not sure how much they have. I haven't driven these cars, but
I think it was about 12.
I mean, that's plenty for 15 minutes. They can literally use 1 or 2 per lap if it resets that quick, and it makes a hell of a difference. We saw it with Janu last week on the main straight. He pushes it and he passes 2 cars.
Indeed. And it's quite astonishing to know, because if you have a look at practice times, you were looking at the quickest time being a 103.7, and that's theoretically with a push to pass, and then now during qualifying they're putting out times like 103.5s without push to pass. It shows you that they're not holding back at all.
No, they're pushing. They're on the limit. They're really driving extremely hard. And again, if you look at the times, top 11 is less than a second apart. So it is right up there. It's a 15-minute race, so we're looking at about 15 laps. Yeah, then it adds up a bit to about 15 seconds between leader and 11th place. But I can assure you, once the battling starts, it just, those times disappear.
Yeah, and especially if they start bunching up 3-4 guys, making use of all the strip streams, they definitely will not be holding back.
We see Gerard in the pit now. Last week he was comfortably in the lead, but I reckon the guys looking at him now, the guys have done a lot of homework the last week to get their cars dialed in. Zwartkops not the easiest track to drive, and not the favourite of a lot of drivers. But if you get it right, you can really make up a lot of positions in time. And we see Tommy disconnected there. Hope he doesn't have problems like he had on Tuesday. He had some hardware issues and had to retire after lap 3. And now in qualifying disconnects. So it's either that, remember he's still got to run the service. So it might be that he is just setting up for the next session.
I think so. We've only got just over a minute left. It's crunch time to get going with the racing.
Well, what we'll do is, because we're going to have about 3 or 4 minutes, going to try and pull some of the guys in, have a chat with them. We're busy making videos to run in between, as we get pictures in and clips of the racing of the previous races. We're working on something, and as I said, we haven't done this for a long time now, Ryan. We just catered for the racing, but I think it's got to a time where we need to get it out there and show the guys what these guys are capable of and how much they enjoy this type of racing.
Indeed, and as much as all of us, we really enjoy doing it, and there's we race hard, we race clean. We race for good fun, and that's all it's there. It's purely fun. By no means costs involved. I mean, there's servers and stuff to run, but we're all doing it on our own time and in the comfort of our own homes.
Oh,
I mean, there's
well, I'm just
to run these cars.
Sorry for chipping in, but Mr. Omar Khan, Mr. Beamerstein, Mr. Drift. I mean, this is one of the guys I met 4 years back when we started sim racing on PC from the Xbox side, and he really helped us a lot, and it's fantastic to see him on chat. Then we've got Jay de Villiers is taking a break out of sim racing for a while. Had a baby recently, so concentrating his time on there. Happy to see him here. Oh, Omar just said load shedding, so that's a pity. But and then we've got Sergio dos Santos. Yes, there is still room to join. You can join. Well, you're on the Discord, Sergio, so you can just sign up. If you've actually already signed up, so yeah, you can just hop in and race. Unfortunately, you'll be at the back of the grid, but good to go. And we see the guys, they're going into overtime now. So Dylan Visagie pulled that one off, 0.2 ahead of Cohen Sussman. Wayne Mitten right up there. And I mean, he's got a weighted disadvantage. That guy is huge.
Fortunately, fortunately, you know, the weight doesn't play too much a factor on the sims, but yeah, the guy's got to know how to get around, eh?
Yeah, he's quick. I told you earlier I'm gonna look for cut with him, but he's too big. He might murder me. And then Beamerstein just saying taking a break, ball and chain. I reckon that's something to do with a wife or a girlfriend. So we see the guy hopping off. Server is going to reset. We're going to cross over to the other server. It should take about 2 to 3 minutes, I hope. Depends on how quickly it can reset. And we're going to try and get the guys in for a quick chat and just, you know, get their feeling about the cars and what's happening.
Did I miss Jano van der Westhuizen joining?
Jano had some issues with his wheel. He is running a DD wheel. Basically, it's like a self-built kit. And when it runs perfectly well. But when it gives him problems, it gives it big time. And
That's true, yeah.
So yeah, I just missed his chat in driver's briefing, and he wasn't happy at all.
Well, I see he's in chat, so and I see he's caught up in the server. It'll be interesting to see if he makes the race, and it'll be quite a fight to get up there.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I mean, as I said, Dylan Visagie taking pole. Dylan is in chat with us now. Dylan, you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm quite ready for this. We had quite a tough battle there, getting the setup right, but after a few laps, everything felt good. And yeah, just lap after lap, I just knocked some time off, and yeah, luckily I got that great lap in.
Definitely made that setup work for you, didn't you?
Yeah, most definitely. Hopefully it lasts for the whole race, keeping all the guys behind me. I saw Sussman is like hundreds of a tenth behind me, so it's going to be quite a tight battle.
Well, I'm trying to multitask you now. In the chat, the guys are going on. Jay de Villiers saying he's a family man now, but he'll be back before the end of the year. He's going to make it quick, or he's going to have his kid take his rig away. Anyway, back to chat, Dylan.
That's tough.
Have a good
Thanks,
one,
guys.
and
good luck.
You're going to have some pressure from Cohen, I do believe, and then Dewald Lambert always extremely fast, and he's not going to give you an inch.
I'm looking forward for a nice battle. Luckily, Umdani is not yet tonight, so there's going to be a tight battle, I think, for 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. Enjoy, Dylan, and have fun.
Thanks, guys.
Let's get a little Cape Town in here. Mr. Lambert.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you were quickest in practice, and now Dylan has pulled something out of the bag, and you're going to have to raise your heart out to try and catch him.
Ja, ek het niks traction voor ek. Weet wat foute gaan dit daarna nie.
Well, it should be a good one. Obviously, we saw last week that tires do play a massive role in these cars, and if you can look after them, you'll be in the pound seats for the closing laps. What's your plan? Are you going to just hang back, or are you going to go for it?
Ek draai by baan bly.
Well,
Ag, maar kyk.
well, they will enjoy it, and we'll be watching you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Best of luck.
Well, Devil, not a guy of many words, but I'm looking forward to meet him on the 22nd of September when he's coming to Namibia to race the Ford and Friends event. That's going to be one hell of an event. Ryan, we've got about 42 guys from South Africa. I've heard about 12 guys from Angola, and then all the local guys on Tony Rust Racetrack. It should be one hell of an awesome event to watch, and a lot of guys on the sim racing scene at SRA coming to Namibia, and it's going to be a blast to actually meet them.
I fully agree. And it seems like the server is up and the guys have started joining.
We're going to hop in and see what happens. So they've got 15 minutes plus 1 lap. It's going to come down all to fuel and tire wear. And these cars actually, strangely enough, from what I saw last week, 2 or 3 liters makes a massive difference. So you've really got to play it by the skin of your teeth.
Oh, that's for sure. And just as Dylan said, he managed to get a quick setup and deliver the required times for qualifying. But he did make a very good point in saying he hopes it lasts. You know, you get a good setup and it can be very quick, but consistent and getting the tires to last is going to be a very good question.
Always,
you know,
well, yeah, we see Omar is boosting Dewald, and he's actually a quiet guy for someone with a big beard, but he won't be hanging back. He just said no, he's just going to try and keep it on track, but believe you me, he's going to push it. Dylan, always a very, very quick driver. He's right up there with the likes of Dani van Rooyen and Jaco Wiese and them. He's going to be flying. And then Koen Sussman, I almost want to say the wild card, or he doesn't do too much races, but whenever he joins, he is right up there. He's quick, he's fast. And then don't forget Mike, the older guy. He's got the wisdom, he's got the experience. He raced single seaters for many years. He knows how to look after his tires, and he's got to be able to pound towards the end.
oh, for sure. And yeah, let me tell you, you don't want to be behind Mike McGeer because he knows how to defend.
Oh no, he makes the thing wide. Well, the guys currently, they're into getting into the server now and just getting the tires warmed up. Strangely enough, one thing I've seen from Dani van Rooyen every single race, during this time he doesn't go on track. He goes out and he practices the starts into turn 1. And that's a little tip I got from him, and it works. And I haven't seen anybody doing it.
That is very true, because we've had a selection of various different cars to drive, and I mean, every car handles it differently. And you know, such as for myself, you know, I had to practice like that as well, because getting the gear ratios correct in order not to bog the car on the start line makes a huge difference.
Yeah, and they all react differently. As I said, I've seen Dani, I've actually got into his car and wondered how the hell he's so bloody quick on the opening lap. And he would literally overdrive the car just to get that edge, and then he can control the race from there.
Indeed.
Well, as the guys line up, they have got a minute 22 before it's crunch time, getting their setups loaded, getting everything ready. We're not got to bother them now, but it should be a good one. I think the biggest dice is going to be Dylan Visage, Koen Sussman, and I do believe Dewald Lambert.
I fully agree. That's going to be the race to watch. I mean, we definitely need to keep an eye on Mrs. Glad, because she's always in the mix and always pouncing at an opportunity when it's given to her.
Well, we've got on track, we have got, unfortunately, Tommy Glad hasn't joined back in, so I hope he hasn't got issues. We're also waiting for Jordan Vivian. Sadio dos Santos hasn't joined, and then Blake hasn't joined, but Out of the 20 entries, we have 14 cars on track. And it should provide us with some close racing. Don't forget Wayne Mitten and Craig Hume. They should be right up there as well. I mean, they were quick in practice, all round average top times. So if Craig can get his nose in, Wayne will follow, and Wayne doesn't hang back either. If he gets a gap, he goes for it.
No, for sure. And it seems like from our side, yeah, Jordan Vivian's joined, Craig Hume's in, and Leon van Lenen, and I see two. Okay. But I see, yeah, Sergio Dos Santos is in. But yeah, all of these guys are going to be astonishingly quick. It's going to be an immense battle right through the whole race.
It's currently counting down, 30 seconds to go. Just make sure your car's off track. I'm going to stick on here on this screen. Then I know automatically it kicks my car to pit. Once that happens, I'll drop to the front, and hopefully we join the action without any incidents. I wonder if Jay is sitting with his baby on his lap, giving a dummy in a steering wheel. I reckon he'll do something like that. And we see the lights going on. It's going to be green, green, green. Okay, Dylan didn't have that fast a start, so Cohen moves into the lead. So Cohen has jumped him on the start. Dylan trying to put his nose on the inside. Cohen gets a better drive out of the corner.
And Mark McGill loses it.
Missed that one, but look at Wayne Mitten. Wayne Mitten is up into third place and Craig Hume in fourth. So as I said, these guys, watch out for them. Racing for my boot. They're running as a team. They've been running as a team for almost 2 years now, and they are flying on this event.
Yeah, definitely made use of all the opportunities they could get there.
That's for sure. And as we go to the lead, Cohen Sussman now under pressure from Dylan Visagi. As we said, this should be an interesting one. Dewald Lambert, unfortunately, he's fallen back to 8th place, so he's got some work to do.
I must say, although it was a really nice clean start, given that this track is tight in the first couple of corners, definitely really a nice start to the race.
And we see Dylan putting pressure now on Cohen. Cohen is not going to make it easy, that I can assure you. He is one hell of a driver. So Cohen Sussman currently leading, Dylan Visagi in second. Then we go to the third place dice. So Craig not giving too much pressure to Wayne as they are teammates. And but now if we look towards the back, Kieran Gous putting pressure onto these two now. And Gerard Niemann, who creamed last week, is also applying pressure. So a lot happening here. We've got Mark Maybach, Dewald Lambert, Mark Guy, Peter Geldenhuys, Tommy Glad, all of them in the pack here, racing for 5th place. As they go into turn 8 there, Kieran Niemann currently in 6th, Kieran Gous in 5th place. Oh, and something, oh no, sorry, my bad, it's just the timer that goes wrong. I checked that and I missed what was happening, but currently the fight for the lead here. Oh, and a big lock up.
Oh my goodness.
He just left the brakes way too late there, but he kept his head, fell back, but this will allow Mark Maybach to put a move on him. So Gerard losing out there. And Mark is in his slip. He might be able to make a move there, but don't forget Dewald Lambert at the back there. He's watching all of this.
Keen running wide.
The kill onto the gravel there. That's cost him some places.
And Maybach hit the barrier, unfortunately, he ran wide.
So through all this, Dewald is just moving up. So Dewald attacking Margai now. Margai currently in 6th place. Dewald in 7th. Cohen Sussman at the moment still leading, and we see Craig Home moving into 2nd place. We're going to go to that and see what happened there. No, that was just a timer again.
No,
Sorry for that, guys. We're going to
Craig,
drop
you
back to
won.
that dice
Right.
now again because that is the closest dice. Just wanted to check here, but we see Dylan is right in the rear of Cohen Sussman. Will he be able to make a move here? He's going for it. He backs out of it. And we see Jay there saying Gerard was hit from behind, so highly possible with the close racing going on at this stage. And they're side by side going into turn 5. Dylan on the outside. He's going to try for the undercut. No, he's going to try and keep momentum going to turn 6. So
Much tighter line.
Cohen is making this car extremely wide.
Oh,
And you can see his
nail biting
really
action.
soft. Well, we're going to drop back just for a moment to this dice here. Wayne Mitten in third now. Craig Hume is starting to pull away in third place. Wayne Mitten in fourth, and he's being caught by Gerard Niemand. Dewald Lambert has moved up to 6th place. So they've sorted that little tussle, and now the guys are going to start to attack.
And you can see Gerard Niemand definitely attacking. He's late on the brakes and
Really pushing it.
really getting on the power earlier. You can see the car starting to just ever slightly slide, and just look at that, trying to make it on the inside line, and he is just
and
ball
Kieran
to
and
the
Mark
wall.
guys are coming together. Kieran was going for a move on the inside, and they just touched bumpers. Not sure if both drivers went off there, but yeah, that's unfortunately there. Kieran pulls over, waits for Margai. Not the best races for him. He had a good running last weekend until the race 3, and not a good opening round for him here tonight. And we see Dylan still struggling to get past Cohen Sussman. Cohen making that car as wide as possible. Dylan just cannot get past him.
Oh, Gerard Niemand just loses it on the main straight, losing out big time on the race
Well,
with
that has
Wayne
allowed
Mitten.
Dewald Lambert now to move into 5th place, so he's moving upwards and onwards.
So we've got the pair of Sassman and Versace going at it. Then Hume and Mitten, another pair. Lambert and Niemand going at it.
It's everywhere, it's close
That is
racing. It's difficult
insane.
to follow. The two of them here, we see Mitten and Hume, and we see Gerard is actually on the outside. He's going to go for the undercut. He's trying to, no, he loses some traction getting onto the power. And this is where the experience of Dewald will come in. He's raced this track many times before in actual real life, and he's going to make good use of that experience. We Gerard has a bit of a disadvantage in that matter, but he's not going to back off. He's really pushing that little Toyota as hard as he possibly can.
Yeah, I can definitely see much diving it into the corners, late
he's going
braking.
for the
There
inside.
again, on the inside.
He is really on the limit. Dewald hangs on. He's going to stick to the outside line. He might,
Maybe make the undercut.
yeah, I think he might get into his slip now and then try and make a move as they go into turn 7 on the braking. No, he dives on the inside. He's not backing out of. No, he backs out of it.
Absolutely brilliant racing.
Dewald is playing the waiting game. He's trying to get the points. He's not overdoing it. I think he's waiting for
But
the
he's coming
tyres.
back.
No, he is coming, but he's waiting for the tyres to wear out. And then make his move as we go to the front again. Still, this battle ongoing between Dylan Visagie and Cohen Sussman. Cohen just making this car as wide as he possibly can, and Dylan has got no answer whatsoever.
Shows you how hard Gerard Niemand was pushing. He's currently got the fastest lap time for 103.88.
Well, that's almost qualifying times. I think that is quicker than his own qualifying time, to be honest.
I believe so, yes. Lambert's just slightly falling away, and Niemand's slightly going wide, and Lambert's going to make use of the opportunity into turn 5.
Gonna go there.
Just
he just
letting
doesn't
it
like
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's playing the waiting game, but if we look towards the end, Peter Geldenhuis now in turn, he's just coasting around, but he's slowly but surely catching these guys. All the while they're dicing, and he's just checking them out, and he's I mean, you can see on the side of his car, he's got a hairdryer there, so that thing is boosted.
And Mike McGeer not having the best races, he's had a terrible start, and he just went off somewhere, dropped down to 10th. Really hope he can make some ground.
Tommy currently leading his wife, Tommy in 9th place. Just getting to the end. Not easy to run the servers and then have to concentrate on the race, so hats off to the man. Mike McGeer behind him, teammate as well. And then we've got Janine in the 3rd Nazima racing car running in 13th place. But be on the lookout for her. I mean, she's not far behind them. So another little battle going on here as well. I mean, they've done 9 laps now, they've got 5 minutes to go. And I mean, these cars look so awesome. Janine there, not holding back, she's mixing it with the guys, eh? And she's running a bloody good race again. Oh, and the battle at the front is intensely close. Sorry for that.
Yeah, I was just watching it as well. It is heating up. They're gonna take those weight limits off now, and they're gonna start throwing.
I just saw the splits and I jumped back to it, and Dylan is giving it his everything. And hats off to Cohen for keeping that car as wide as he is. You can hear them slip changing and they're just pounding these cars. It looks like Cohen is actually putting a bit of a gap there, Ryan.
Well, that was due to a little rubbing into turn 2. Unfortunately, Dylan just couldn't get back on the power as soon as what Cohen did, and definitely made that bit of a gap.
As far as I know, I think Omar can help me here, but Cohen is quite a regular drifter on a Seto, and that would give him a bit of advantage. But Dylan also, I'm not sure if he's done it recently. But again, Dylan's catching up quick. He is quicker, but he just can't seem to make the move. Cohen is just making that car wide enough to stay ahead.
Dylan did post a new race fastest lap to a 103.75. So yeah, he's definitely going at it.
But Dylan really pushing for that. They've got 3 minutes to go.
And he's much later on the brakes as well.
He's really pushing that Toyota as hard as he possibly can.
Is he going to go for it?
Yeah, he's hanging about. He's going to try and make a move. I reckon he's waiting for this one into the hairpin. So he'll get right up onto the back of Cohen. Follow him through turn 1. And then will he be able to make a move into the hairpin? No, he's not close enough. But late on the brakes there, you can really see him pushing the limits.
While we've been entertained by that, Lambert and Niemand are going at it. It is getting really close there.
So as I said, Bevel's not going to hang back. Well, he's come up from about 9th or 10th up to 5th place now. 6th place, but he's stuck there. He can't get past Gerard. Gerard making that car again as wide as he possibly can. And we see Wayne and Craig, they're not bothering each other too much. They're just pushing, running together as a team and just getting towards the end, trying to maximize on points.
Yeah, they're just collecting the points, and yeah, there's nobody disturbing them. They're having a blast.
Well, it's tricky because you've got half a second between Dylan and Cohen. You've got half a second between Niemand and Lambert. So where do we watch? Where do we go? They're all very, very close to Gerard now as they go into turn 1. Is he going to try and make a move into the hairpin? I don't think he has the ability to do it. No, you've literally got to line up right next to him and then make the move. He's going to try and make the run out of the corner as they go towards a long right-hand sweep, flat out through here. And then this is the tricky corner coming up. You can make up a lot of time or lose a lot of time, depends on how you follow through. Off the gas, onto the power, flat out, and then you go towards turn 5, which is sharp right-hander. So it seems like on very close there.
Almost very close. Yes. That is so intense to watch.
It seems like the slip is not working as well as it did in Killarney because the straights are just too short. We can't really make use of that. And I can't tell you about the push to passes, but I don't think they have any left, to be honest.
I was just having a look, and I don't think that they have either. Oh, and Dylan's made a move. He's right next to Cohen Sassman.
So
and they're coming back to back markers as well.
Got a back marker. They have got Leon van Linden to work with, I think. And well, Dylan
Jordan Vivian.
And Deval game
making a switch back.
For the undercut. He's not going to allow this to happen. This should be an interesting
They've
one.
got to be so careful. Oh,
that was.
And another cutback.
Cohen is not going to let this go. He's not backing out. He's driving the utmost hardest he possibly can.
Oh, this might be the last lap. But I'm just looking at the time. 3 seconds, 2. He's really giving it everything, Dylan. Oh, that was the final lap.
No,
and Cohen Sassman takes it.
No, they're on the final lap now. It's 15 minutes plus 1 lap. So Dylan has got 1 lap to catch up. And no, you're right. It's over. It's over. It's not plus 1 lap. Dylan had to back out of it. Cohen took it by the teeth of his hair. 0.139. That is absolutely the closest race end I've seen in ages on SRA.
That is insane.
Fantastic driving from these guys. We're going to cross over to the static screen, hop out, get these guys in for a chat quick. I really want to hear from these 2 guys what they were up to. That was insanely good.
Yeah, unfortunately, in Dylan's view, unfortunately, I think the back marker really caught him off guard, and it didn't put him in the right line, because I'm pretty sure if he would have gone for a heavy undercut into turn 6, and just unfortunately lost out on that.
It all played into Cohen's hand, but Cohen played the game well, and he took this one without a doubt. Unfortunately,
but brilliant driving through both of them.
Not in chat. Dylan also. Well, no, Dylan is there. We can get Dylan in here. Let's hear what he has to say. Dylan.
Marvin.
Was intense.
I'm sweating like a pig here where I'm sitting. That was wow. That was fun.
That was brilliant racing. Cohen just made that car so bloody wide. You could see you had the pace on him, but he put that 86 every single corner he could get just right in the way, so you couldn't pass.
Yeah, luckily the last lap on the second corner he overshot the corner there. But yeah, unfortunately, Cohen got the better luck with the back marker blocking me for the racing line, and he just took the spot back. So yeah, but unfortunately that's racing. But that was, I'll take it any time of the day.
We're looking forward to race 2 and have fun, buddy. Enjoy it. We're looking forward to more.
No, definitely. That was fun. Thanks, guys.
Ryan, I'm gonna get Gerard in here quick. You have a chat with him. I really need to run to the bathroom quick.
Good. Yes, Gerard.
I can't seem to drag him in. There we go. I'll be right back.
Gerard Niemand. What a race for you. I'm not sure if Gerard has some technical difficulties. Gerard, you there? Don't know if Gerard's mic is maybe muted, but hello. Hi, Gerard, you there?
I'm here.
All good.
I
That was quite a race.
It was. The devil sat on me like a tick on a dog.
I was watching it, and my goodness, I mean, it was so difficult to switch between you and Dierwold and Dylan and Cohen. It was just for everyone. It was bumper to bumper action, and you definitely didn't make it easy for Dierwold. I mean, you were making that 86 just as wide, and yeah, it definitely worked out in your favor.
Only just almost lost it on the last lap, but yeah, luckily made it.
Well, you definitely kept us on our toes. I can definitely tell you that. And yeah, at least some good points scored to back up last week's good results. So definitely looking forward to the second race.
I am. It's quite a nail-biting affair. I like this. It's very competitive.
And how was the tyre wear for you during the course of the race? Where it didn't seem to look like anybody had any issues with fading tyres, though.
Tyre wear wasn't too bad. I can kind of start feeling it when I exit corners, but I think that might be my right foot that's just a bit too eager to get back on the throttle.
I can tell you that was already like that from the start. We were watching you, and it seemed like you were definitely already early on sliding about, but making good pace. I mean, you set a very good lap time that was quicker than your qualifying lap time. I think 103.8.
Yeah, that's not my strong suit.
Well, congratulations on that finish.
Well done, Gerard. Just had to run out quick, but well done on that. Bloody good racing from you guys, and we're looking forward to race 2.
Thank you. Let's hope we can get the car right side up.
Enjoy, buddy.
Thank you.
See the guys getting back. Cohen Sussman, who has now joined the chat, and I'm going to put him in here, and we hear what he has to say. I mean, he made that car so bloody wide. Cohen.
Are they?
That was one hell of a race. You had us on the edge of our seats.
No, I think I was on the edge. You see, the guy was breathing down my neck. I couldn't shake him. Just managed to hold on.
But that was really that was one of the best races we've seen in a long time on SRA, and well bloody done, hey?
Oh, thanks, man. We'll try and give another good race for the second one. That was good stuff.
Looking forward to race 2, and really, yeah.
Like a man.
We've got a sweat just from watching it.
I'm glad it could entertain you guys.
So we're going to hop
well done.
Server
Keep
should
up.
be opening up. Sorry, Ryan. Just want to check here. I think the guys are already on the server. It seems like it.
Yes, indeed.
And we'll be joining, and we'll see you guys in the commentating room and on track soon. Go and have fun, and let's see what happens.
Cool, man. Thanks.
So as I was discussing it with Gerard, is it seems like the tyre wear is not too much of a problem on this track. I think the corners are pretty flowing and not too heavy on the tyres, and tyre surface is also very different to Killarney.
Yeah, Killarney really ate the tyres. So I don't know if it's the faster flowing tracks where this is quite a short and twisty track. It might be that is what's helping them. But also what I saw is the slip is not having that big effect as it had on Killarney.
No, definitely not. And I think it also plays a big role if you have a look at how they could utilize push to pass with the slipstream on the back straight of Killarney. The both in combination just really makes the car incredibly quick. And it's difficult to utilize push to pass over here because there are multiple short spaces that you can use it, but use it incorrectly and you can't use it again for the remainder of the lap. So it plays out lap for lap, and each bit of a straight through main straight, back straights, heading up to turn 5. There are various places where the guys are using it, and it makes for an interesting combination. And the way they manage to create gaps and knots.
Yeah, it's not the easiest track to pass on. I mean, we saw the Polar Super Cup in every single car we've driven on here. It's Killarney, you can literally line up a guy and go for it. This one not so much.
No, definitely not. And I mean, I can probably say it might be a little bit easier in real life, as I've raced this track myself multiple times, but by no means an easy track either. You know, it's just the corners come up so quick, and you've really you've got to know, exiting a corner, you're going to make the move in the next corner, because if you don't get the exit right on one corner, you can pretty much forget about passing in the following corner.
No, that's for sure. That is a fact. Well, we see the guys now, they've got about 25 seconds to go before they'll have the last 50 minutes on grid. And I'm not sure how the grid is going to pan out. I actually missed that one. So it should be interesting to see. I do believe it should be some sort of a reverse grid. I'm not sure there.
I believe it should be. It could also be a reverse top 10. I'm not entirely sure, because last week was a little bit of a weird one. So
no, it's according to positions. So Dylan's starting up front. It looks like it's a random grid. We're gonna have to watch this. I'm getting two different.
I've got according to the first race
results. First race. So Cohen starting on first, Dylan in second, Craig Hume in third, Wayne Mitten in fourth. I mean, we actually forgot about them. There was so much dicing going on between Gerard, Dewald, Cohen and Dylan that we forgot to mention these two guys. Craig Hume and Wayne Mitten from Racing for My Boot taking third and fourth there. Well done to them. I mean, they were up there in practice, and they maintained it throughout the race, kept out of trouble, and brought it home in respectable top places. 5 seconds to go, the lights are out. I'm going to jump to the cars as soon as I can.
And we're off.
Going to go to Dylan. Cohen has to pull on him again, so Cohen immediately covers his line. Oh, we see Craig Hume.
Oh, and Geldenhuis loses out on that as well.
Yeah, we saw shame Peter there getting caught up in the off with Craig Hume, and
Craig Hume just waits it out as well. Shame.
Yeah, that well, it's two cars at the race start, not that bad, but we see Cohen now in the lead, and Dylan under pressure from Wayne Mitten here, and in the background we see, I'm not sure who that was. Someone goes off. That is Dewald Lambert.
Dewald and Johan Niemand.
So a lot happening in race 2. The tempers are flaring, and the guys are sweating, and mistakes are being made.
And Dylan early on is applying the pressure to Sassman. It's going to be an interesting challenge this one.
I'm sure of it.
And Gerard has made himself up to 4th position now, so definitely getting the points this evening. Backing up last week's.
Oh, and Dylan's right there on Cohen Sassman's back. They're really pushing it, guys. They're on the limit.
I can't see whether they have the push to passes, because usually you can see it on the dashboard display, but I don't see anything.
I can't see anything as well. They should be having. I'll just make sure there. But again, sticking to the front here, and you can see Dylan trying every single move he possibly can to try and get past Cohen, but Cohen he just knows where. Oh, that was so close. That was literally millimeters.
Just closing the door. Lambert's making his way up as well. He's up to 8th position, just behind Tommy Glad.
And Wayne is just sitting there. He's not falling back. He's not catching up. But Gerard is actually catching Wayne now.
Yeah, Gerard is definitely going to make use of an opportunity if he can gain some time.
We'll keep an eye on that battle as well. Other than that, it's quite close, but it's not really. I'm just going to drop out of this. Hopefully we don't miss anything. But look at Janine. No, she's actually fallen back a bit. I thought there was a massive dice between her and Johan Niemand. But she's fallen back a bit, so we're going to go back to the front. These guys are ready, and they didn't. Oh, and there was contact. Cone hangs onto it, but this allows Wayne.
And Wayne is
to fly
making
up
it.
there. Wayne is not going to hang back. He's on the outside of Dylan Visagi. Oh, and a bit
but
of
more rubbing.
touch there.
And Gerard Niemand is in on it as well.
So it's 3 cars back.
And Wayne
in for
takes the
2.
pass.
This will allow Cone to pull away now. So Wayne moves into second, Dylan drops to third, and Gerard remains in fourth place. I think we're gonna sit.
Oh, that was so close.
I think we're gonna sit to watch this battle because and Cone locks.
Oh, and Gerard is just making it all.
Gerard is moving to second. In one lap, Gerard has gone from fourth to second. Dylan falling back a bit. Nah, it seems like he's on the inside of Wayne.
It's gonna be so close. They are just fighting it out like it's the last lap.
And Wayne's not hanging back. Wayne is going to make a move. He's on the inside of Dylan. He's not giving that out, and he falls back.
Dylan overbrakes it a bit. Oh, and he
that
runs
gives
wide.
third place back to Wayne Mitten. Are you ready? Glad you can join us.
Well, Diewold's made himself up to 6th position, so
that's-
he could potentially join that as well. And Mark Guy up to 5th position, and not far behind the lead pack.
So if they keep on going like this, it's going to be pretty interesting.
Indeed.
All this is allowed Cone to... He's pulling away. There is no two words about it. He is slowly pulling away. He's just putting in the laps. But Gerard is on the attack. And Dylan is going to contend with Wayne Mitten. We're going to stick with this one because Dylan is going to have to fight now to pass Wayne. And as I said before, Wayne has very, very broad shoulders. He's not going to make it easy for him.
No, that's for sure. And
Well, Dylan on the inside now as they approach turn 5, I do believe. Going to make the move. Very late on the brakes.
he sticks it.
Wayne's going for, no, he pulls it off. This one he might stick. So now he's going to have his eyes set on Gerard. Don't know what the lap times are in between them. But
so Cohen's making use. He's done a 103.8, and the rest of the guys 104.2, 104.1, 104.2. So definitely you can see they're holding each other back, but Cohen is wasting no time at all in just pushing every single horsepower that he has out of that car.
he knows he has to get away, that's for sure. He knows if he gives them 1 inch of room, they're going to be all over him. So Cohen really pushing there. Gerard, he's not falling back. He's on the pace and he's right up there. But Dylan, you can see him using every single inch of the track. So he's also pushing. It's going to be difficult to call what happens.
Well, Dylan is definitely trying. He is doing as light braking as possible and just throwing it into the corners.
Well, Wayne is not hanging back. He's also right up there on the back. He's following Dylan as far as he possibly can, and he's not falling back. And both of them are catching Gerard at the moment. And then you can see Margai also catching up slowly but surely.
He's watching it. I'm sure he's playing the waiting game. Probably he might not have expected the results, or to be up that high, due to him saying yes, he had load shedding and just arriving and driving. But one astonishing start already. I'll give it full credit.
And Dylan is right on the tail of Gerard there. So Gerard's going to have his work cut out because Dylan is one of the top drivers on SRA. He's not going to hang about. He's going to go for it.
No, for sure. I see down in the pack as well, Craig Hume and Peter Galvenhuis were definitely going at it, and Hume lost out a little bit of time.
I want to,
but they're making their way.
This dice, so I think we're going to stick with this one and see if Dylan can actually pass Gerard.
There's nothing.
There's nothing in it. I mean, Dylan is used to fighting at this level, and he does have the advantage on experience over Gerard, but Gerard is absolutely flying and he's not making it easy at all.
And we've seen it so many times that, you know, out of nowhere, well, I couldn't really say nowhere, but the guys really progressively get so quick that it's difficult to comprehend that, you know, when you would think that there's a handful of drivers that are exceptionally quick, and where everybody is just able to match that pace, you know, in particular leagues, it's insane to watch.
And we see Dylan again, he catches up, but he just don't seem to make that move he wants to make. And even though Cohen is pushing, he's not really putting away, eh?
No, I think he's dropped back a bit. I mean, that last lap was a 104.2.
Okay, so
And I think he knows what happened.
He goes for it flat out.
He just puts it in there.
Now that's the experience I was talking about. He knows where to catch it up. He will wait for it, and then he just catches you unawares. And he has done that to myself several times as well. You think he's going to
I've been victim to it as well.
He just goes for it.
And Wayne Mitten is just waiting for something to happen. He wants to grab an opportunity for whatever's going to happen.
Well, Dylan now, he's set his eyes on Cohen. He's got 5 minutes to go, so he hasn't got a lot of time left. And Gerard's not...
But Gerard is
he's
hassling him.
He is really hassling him.
Yeah, they are getting close to Cohen Sassman. Cohen is I don't know if he's struggling with tire wear because he's just fallen back. He did a 105 on that last lap. It's be quite interesting to know what's going
It
wrong.
might be that he made a mistake, getting a bit of brain fade, looking in the mirror, seeing what's happening, and lost concentration on the track itself. And Gerard on the inside,
is checking.
he's going to repass
Yes.
Dylan.
And that car is not straight. He's edging it sideways.
Oh, and Dylan going
Oh,
sideways.
and Dylan just slaps up.
And in the meantime, Wayne is just sitting there, he's just waiting. Well, in the background, you can now see
Oh,
Dylan.
Wayne
Wayne goes for it.
makes that work. The waiting game. That's it.
Just wait for it to go. Well, look in the background. I'm not going to go there now because I want to watch this. But in the background, you can see Margai and Dewald Lambert catching up very quickly.
Indeed, and they're hard on each other's heels now.
Well, if they play it clever, they'll just stick with each other, follow each other, and try and catch up with these guys. Because in the lap times, they've fallen down to the 105s now.
Devil's definitely looking at attacking Margai. That's he's definitely going to stick with it and wait for the opportunity to pass.
I think he's got a clever head on him, and and Cohen.
Oh, Karen!
Cohen has gone wide.
Oh no!
Did he forget to put fuel, or what happened there? Because he's slowing down. He's not even getting back on the power again.
He seems to be back on it. I think a bit of dirt on the tires also doesn't play a good role because, yeah, there's a lot of sand here, and that takes a while to get off.
So he's 3 minutes to go, and he's actually stuffed his own race. But that puts Gerard Iemand in the lead. And it's a three-way battle. Gerard, Dylan, Wayne. What's going to happen here?
Dylan's lining it up.
Dylan is going for it. You can see the front of the Toyota lifting up as it touches the curb.
But you could see Gerard knew it was coming because he put that right in the middle, like not really giving Dylan much room to work with. And Dylan and Margai and Devil Lambert side by side through turn 3, and they are scrapping it.
We'll go to them quick, and yep.
And Devil's going on the inside again.
Make the move. Yep, he's made the move. So now Mark trying to attack back, but he just hasn't got the power there. So let's see, can Dewald now catch up with the guys in front? Cohen he's got his work cut out. He's got 2 minutes to go. I don't think he's going to be able to. I
not
think
much.
he burnt his tires because he fell down on the pace and then got back up and then went off. So he's going to have to just settle down and try to get some points home now.
Actually, like, kind of makes me think about did he maybe load the incorrect setup, or forget
Possibly.
to load it?
Possibly.
Because sometimes the guys are so rushed to get going, and then it just slips your mind.
We kept him busy now in chat for a long time, so we might have confoculated him. Well, let's go to the front. It's half a second between the top three. And Dylan has actually passed. He has passed Gerard. We missed that one, unfortunately, but Dylan has passed Gerard. He's in the lead now. And Gerard is attacking. He's not holding back. He's not going to let Dylan get away with it.
And Wayne is in the mix as well. He's with him.
Let's see if Wayne trying all kind of lines to try and get the run. Oh, and Gerard runs wide. This one allow Wayne to get in the inside. Oh, Gerard really knew.
That was close.
That was on the edge, and Wayne had to back out of it.
Yes, that by all means.
So well played there, Gerard. Nearly lost it, but kept control, and Wayne had to get out of it. This allows Dylan to pull away, so if Dylan doesn't make a mistake, he's got in the back. There's no two questions about it.
But it's all to play for.
I really want to check what's going on the back of the field, and we're gonna drop back quickly. Hopefully I don't stuff this up, guys, but we see Peter Gelders and Craig Home here fighting for 9th and 10th. That's a close ongoing battle now at the moment, except from the front. So Gelders having to work hard to keep Craig behind him. These two guys actually come together in the opening lap, and they're still at it, still going strong. So that was purely a racing incident. And then interestingly enough, we have Keon Gous, Janique Glad and Ernest Heather in a three-way battle for 11th place. Oh, and the race is over, so yeah, well, missed that one.
Yeah, I must say it was. Dylan took honours for first place, followed by Gerard Niemand and Wayne Mitten in third.
Yeah, Dylan took it by
just not able.
1.6 seconds, Wayne falling back 2.3, so towards the end they pretty much settled it out. Dewald got past Mark, he finished in 4th, taking home the points. Unfortunately there for Cohen, running off wide, losing a hell of a lot of time and traction. He ended up in 6th, so he's going to have to really work in race 3, because I do believe they will be starting race 3 according to overall results for the day, so that might put Gerard and Dylan on the front row.
Yeah, Dylan definitely, I think, is going to be on the front row. Well, we'll obviously definitely have to see what happens with the start. But Wayne Mitten will also be there. And it'll be also a little bit up for Dewald Lambert, because unfortunately he couldn't make the time up to get to the front pack, but he made immense ground to actually get up to 4th place, if considering how far he had fallen back.
Yeah, I think he had a mishap in turn 1, and from there he had to fight his way back. It's just so close all throughout. You can't really point to what is happening. It's just insanely close.
I must say that was, again, just a teaser, and now this last race they are just going to be at it the entire race.
I would have loved.
I mean,
I would have loved to get Wayne Mitten in here, but unfortunately he isn't in chat. But we got to get Mr. Sussman in here. I want to ask him what happened.
Hello.
Wayne, so not sure what happened. Listen to me, Wayne. What happened, Cohen?
Yeah, it's a funny thing. So I actually lost force feedback. I was telling Dylan as we were driving, and just before the corner, I was telling him I just lost force feedback.
Oh,
And as I entered
no.
the corner, I just went straight off. So it's just an unfortunate situation, but the racing was good while it lasted.
It was fun. It was it was so
It was
close.
good fun.
You're gonna have your work cut out. I'm not sure how they're gonna start the grid now. I do believe it should be according to overall position for the day. You've got the pace. Hopefully you get that force feedback sorted and give us another show.
Yeah, I will. Looking forward to the next one again. It'll be good stuff.
Have fun and we'll see you in a bit.
Cool, man. Thanks.
And we heard Tommy there jumping in saying, get out. I actually was out of the server. Don't know if you were the guilty on there, Ryan.
No, I was out quite quickly.
So we're gonna go. Let's see if we can get Dylan in here. Dylan, not easy.
Not at all, but it's fun. Even though it's not, it's fun.
The racing is close. I mean, Gerard is giving you guys a hard time, and you've got Wayne Mitten. The pace on him is absolutely insane, and he's just waiting to. If you make one mistake, it's right up there. And yeah, Cohen more or less had it in the back when you got caught up with Gerard, and then he made a mistake, and you were right up there again. And it's for us, it's so difficult to follow it. It's unreal.
Yeah, I told myself I'd rather fight with Gerard than defend against Wayne. Because, yeah, if you give Wayne a half a gap, he's going to take it with all four wheels, and then you'll need to hang on. But yeah, so when I made a little bit of gap on Wayne, I thought, this is my time. I need to take Gerard, or he's going to take us both.
Well, we're waiting for the server to restart, and I'm not going to keep you in here too long. So yeah, let's see what happens in race 3 and have fun. It should be a good one.
Thanks, guys.
So just back into the racing line. Tomorrow night we've got the opening round of the karting series where we've got the kids in the baby karts, which is actually not. It's quite quick. After that, it was supposed to be a kiddies league, and now it's turned into the big guys getting into it as well with shifter karts.
Yeah, well, it's like you said, it's headed to an entire family event.
And then on Sunday we've got the Makita supercars coming up based on the actual series. Lovely cars to drive, close racing. That should be a good one.
The server's up.
Well, I'll be joining.
But yeah, it's gonna be quite a fun-filled weekend, and racing for everyone. It's a very large variety, and yeah, like you say, starting off tomorrow night karting, something completely new to SRA. You know, we always used to track cars and all sorts, even using stadium trucks, but a completely new platform.
Yeah, it's something different, and Mike did a splendid job modding these cars and getting them ready. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And we see there in chat Craig apologizing to Peter and Ernest for the incident. But all in good spirit. Gelden is replying, all good, no worries. So the spirit is high, and the guys understand it's such close racing, you literally, anything can happen. We see we've got Janu in chat. I'm not sure if he's got his wheels sorted. Unfortunately not. We see the lights counting down. I'm going to cross over to the screen, and here we go. So it's a full-on reverse grid in this one, strangely enough. We've got... it's according to grid position. So Gerard and Dylan immediately added, and a bit of argy-bargy there with Wayne Mitten, Devil Lambert, Cone Suspend, the whole lot in there. Gerard on the outside. Oh, and Wayne's going to lose it.
Oh, and Wayne!
He cancels it.
Well done.
There. Well done, Wayne. I thought he was going to lose it right in front of the pack. They're going to the back. Gerard in the lead there, blocking, well not blocking, just covering his line there ahead of Dylan. This allows Cohen to come into play. And Cohen wisely backs off. He knows.
A lot of late braking. Oh no. Devil hot into the.
Holy
It's
shit, Devil
fortunately
went from
all clean.
6 up to 3rd place. So Devil is on a mission here. Guys, this is going to be a race to watch. This is going to be one to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, the magazines are fully loaded. They're just ready to go at it.
So what happened here, Devil making that crazy move and pulls it off, has allowed Gerard and Dylan to pull away ever so slightly. But
Yeah, because Cohen was conservative into the corner, but the rest of the pack were like, they were all just marching up into turn
We
5,
gotta
and
go for
it just they all were like, who's going to break the latest? And Cohen was just like, he was the earliest, and it's just like the rest of the field came pounding on him.
we missed this. Dylan has, Devil has moved into 3rd. He's actually passed Cohen as well.
Yeah, he's definitely not slouching about.
And then look at Tommy. Tommy Glad in 6th place, really right up there, pushing as hard as he possibly can.
Yeah, and he's got Mark Garby behind him, so that's going to be an interesting one. See how that plays out.
And then Cedeo de Santos having joined late. He's in 8th place, newcomer to SRA. Not having a bad
But he's
run.
pretty quick though.
He's right up there. He's within the pack. A close racing going on. I'm just watching it, and Dylan is going to be a waiting game again. Gerard has got the pace, so if he can keep the line clean and not make any mistakes, Dylan is going to have a hard time to pass him.
And Mark Guy is making a move on Tommy Glad, and they just touch into turn 4.
Well, that allows Cedeo to pass him as well as Kian Gous.
And
Look at this.
so they just opened up the door. Goodness me. And there you are, Niemand is in the mix.
He's gonna
What
go on the
happened?
inside. No, Tommy
Mark,
closes the
what?
door. Not sure what happened there with Mark Guy, but he's fallen back quite a bit.
Yeah, that was rapid.
I see Tommy sliding a bit. Well, Janine right behind him, so she's going to watch this little race unfold, and if anything happens, she's going to be on there. Tommy's got
Yeah, and she's
Janine
been
behind him.
she's been consistent with her results tonight, and yeah, surprisingly, Tommy's finished ahead as what men should do apparently in all the heats. So
He's proven himself. He got pissed off with us giving him shit. Oh, and Dewald has gone
oh, and what happened?
Dewald has gone off, so we missed what happened there. We'll have to catch up with him. We're just trying to cover the field here, and yeah, as I said, Gerard's not still in the lead. Dylan Visagie in 2nd. Cohen Sussman up into 3rd now, obviously. Wayne Mitten in 4th, right up there. He's not falling back. Kian Gous in 5th. He's just past Cedeo de Santos. So Cedeo, newcomer to SRA, giving Kian a hard time, running in 5th and 6th. So these two guys at it. As far as I
they had it
believe,
hard.
Cedeo is also a young gun, new to SRA, and really proving he's got the pace to be up there.
No, for sure. I've seen he's driving on a couple of levels, and he definitely doesn't wait around.
So the guy's really pushing it really, really hard there. Back to the lead.
Dylan,
Oh, look at Dylan.
Dylan
Dylan is going
is
for the
just-
pass. He's going for it. He's not holding
he
back.
was as late as he could be on the brakes into turn 5.
And we see Cohen right there. Wayne is not falling back. So now Dylan has got the pressure from Gerard. Let's see if Gerard can keep up. Dylan is trying to get away. He knows if he doesn't make a move now, he's going to be in the shitbox towards the end.
Well, considering Cohen's got some clean air now, he's going to be watching the battle ahead of him, and if they're going to start slowing each other down, Cohen is going to be there to make use of it.
Big lock up there from Dylan in the front. Gerard in second. So this is pretty much for now settled down. We're going to go to where's the closest dice? We've got Sergio and Kian at the moment for 5th and 4th. Kian pulling away as well, ever so slightly. Then we have Johan Niemann currently in 7th. Dewald Lambert now having to fight his way back. Not sure what happened there, but he's fallen from 3rd way back to 7th. And we see Kian going sideways there to front.
And he hits the barrier hard.
That's his race called for. Quick, but still needs to gain some experience and yeah.
I wonder if Mokai has some issues tonight because he's outbraked himself again into turn
He said
5.
he's coming blind into it. See, he's probably running pretty close to a stock setup and not really getting to grips with the car. Dylan now he's pulling away. He's just pushing forward and trying to get away, and he's doing just that. At the front, he's pretty much backed out a second or so between the guys. So
Sergio keeping 5th thus far. It's really, really good.
yeah, it's a battle between Dewald Lambert now. Dewald's on the attack, so he's trying to make up ground for one spot.
That was a close call. That.
So Dewald now behind Johan Niemand, and we see in the background there is it Mike Notes Tommy. Mike not having the best of evenings. We see him as a DNF. Not sure what happened there.
I think maybe load shedding or
It might be
generator.
Yeah.
It could be various things. Because I noticed we didn't start with the pack as
we
with
should have,
previous
yeah.
races.
Dewald trying to get past Johan now. This is the closest dice we currently have. The gap at the front, Dylan Versage in the lead, the second between him and Gerard, the second between him and Cohen. So that's pretty much, it's not changing. I'm keeping an eye on it. If I see changes, I will definitely drop to the front. I'm going to stick with this, with Dewald trying to catch with Johan.
Oh, and Sethios and Janine come together.
That's just the experience coming in here, and we're not going to blame him too badly there. It's a whole different game to be quick on one lap and then in this pack with the guys. They've been racing together now for a good 2 years, 3 years. So you've got to get used to racing with him and getting into the groove.
Oh, for sure.
And we see
Johan Niemann is under serious pressure.
Dewald is not. He's going to try and make up. But Johan is not going to make it easy for him. He's going to make this car as wide as possible. Okay, and we see Gerard now has caught up with Dylan again, so we're going to drop back to that one, and Cohen right up there. So 6 minutes to go, and it's turning into a battle again.
And Dewald has passed Johan Niemann.
As we drop off, he makes the move. Well, he's passed him big time, and he's moved away quick. But we're going to go with
Gerard
this one.
is also almost just getting the... Oh, he's making up time.
Well, Cohen is going to...
Cohen is there at the mix.
He's got to make up the points, so he's not going to hold back. He's already lost in race 2. He went off, losing force feedback. So he'll be on the push now, I'm sure of it.
Wayne Merton with a very lonely race. Unfortunately, yeah, no one close to him, but yeah, getting points. I mean, he's been so consistent through the 3 races this far, and yeah, it's just bagging points.
I mean, for him it's going to be a good sign because these guys are all so all over the place. In the end of the day, getting the points is going to be the rewarding one. So Dylan again pulling away a bit, and Cohen catching up with Gerard. Will he be able to make a pass on him? We know Cohen has got the pace.
Yeah, and then Gerard was just a little squirmy in turn 4, and Cohen Cohen managed to close the gap ever so slightly there.
We're going to go on board for a bit just to see Cohen's view of what he's got to contend with. And you can see him working, trying to get his way as they're going to turn 8 on the inside. And this is the view the guys have. Back out of it.
Very close to it.
Very close there. So he's trying to get up close and personal and then try and make up on the back straight, trying to use the slip. But on this track it's not working as good as it did on Killarney.
Mark is also making up some lost time as he's just passed Tommy Glad for 7th place.
Oh, really close there. Look at them locking up the brakes. So Cohen is on a roll. He's really pushing extremely hard. And you see Tommy Glad and Mark. So Mark has done the pass, and but he is moving away from Tommy.
And Gerard just runs ever so slightly wide, and will Cohen make it stick into turn 2?
He does actually.
He runs.
Oh, well, yeah, he makes the move. He's covered the door. Now Gerard has to work and try and find a way past. Although Cohen is extremely quick, if you look at the lap times, he is way
But he's
up
got
on
the
the
current.
splits.
Yeah, well, he's also got the quickest lap time with a 1:03.7. He definitely knows how to put the power on.
Well, Gerard's not backing out of it. He's got to go for it.
You can see just ever slightly the slipstream working, but
Not as much.
it's just too short.
Yeah, the straight's not long enough to really compensate on it.
Dylan is making headway with making a gap as big as he possibly can.
He knows that. He will know that Cohen has passed Gerard, and he'll be on the attack. Mind you, Gerard's not falling back that much.
No, but he's got to keep it on the black stuff.
Oh, Cohen running wide again.
Oh,
And he commits Gerard in the process. They both hang on to
Gerard
it.
keeps
but,
it clean though.
This allows Dylan to pull away even furthermore, but it also allows Wayne to catch right up to them again.
And Wayne likes utilizing opportunities.
I'm not sure if Cohen is again struggling with his false feedback, because you could see he was turning and then all of a sudden he wasn't turning anymore. I
It was like in the last 2 minutes.
yeah, you know for yourself, if you lose force feedback, it's like driving on ice.
Oh, it's an absolute. It's just a nightmare. One can't do it. It's just like physically almost impossible.
So hopefully he is not busy burning out his wheel, because usually that's the start of it. Let's hope for the best, and that
Well,
it's something else.
I know the cars are pretty demanding on the force feedback. They really give some strong feedback. So I just don't know if I couldn't remember if he's running a thrust mask or not, but it might be going into overheating protection just due to the force feedback.
Richie, thanks. Sorry, I'm just watching the YouTube chat here, and I see Richie Slammert from Zwartkops was just joined. Hopefully we'll see him back on Sim Racing again soon. But thanks Richie, thanks for joining. Well, the guys really going at it, and close racing going on.
Dylan takes first, Gerard Niemann second, Cohen Sassman third, Gerald Lambert fourth, and Johan Niemann just beats Mark Gart sixth.
Craig, they're coming through So they are not a bad race for me, all coming home in 8th, Ernest Heather in 9th. Janine in 10th, again a solid finish for her. No, sorry, is that 12th for her? 12th place,
Yeah, 12th.
Jordan Vivian
Yeah, unfortunately,
unfortunately a bad night for Pierre Gelder, as you can see him just sliding the car. I think he's just having fun
unfortunately, race 2's results made it a bit difficult because it put him back in the starting grids of race 3 as well, and it was just a case of I think he just wanted to then gain some points.
Once you get into that mindset of you just don't feel on pace, it just doesn't work for you. You more or less fall out of it, and same for Kia. Last week he had a solid run, and this week he was just out of it. Anyways, we're gonna try and get the last couple of chats with the guys before we call it a night. Looking forward to tomorrow's kart racing, which should be, I think the kids race is gonna be shit funny, and then once the old men get on, it's gonna be chaos, to be honest.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of rubbing there.
It's gonna be, yeah. They're not used to karts. It's gonna be hectic. Well, let's see if we can get some of the guys in here, Ryan, and just want to close this stuff down here. And there goes the phones. Sorry for
It'll
that.
be interesting to hear what happened to Cohen again. Pull him in here quickly.
Well, let's get him in here and ask him. Cohen,
Hi.
another good run, and then it seems like you did lose some FFB again, or was that?
No, not at all. That was all me. That was driver error there. Just went a bit too wild, clipped the grass, and then the car stepped out of it.
So your force
But it
feedback
was-
went.
Yeah, my force feedback went exactly so.
But a great
But
race.
again, it was good racing. Yeah, it was good racing.
It was fun to
I
watch.
really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Well,
The series is really good.
yeah, it's nice. I'm not sure if you sign up for the supercars on Sunday, but tomorrow we've got the karting. Hopefully we see you in there.
Okay, no, that sounds good. Unfortunately, I won't be here for the weekend, but I'll definitely be here for Tuesday's race for the ATC. Then I'll see you guys then.
We'll see you then.
Cool, man.
Cheers, man.
Thanks, guys, for the good event.
Well done.
Yes. Bye-bye. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Let's get Dylan here. Mr. Visagi.
Melvin.
Well, the third race you had in the back and you kept it there.
Yeah, the thing is, my game didn't update, and then I heard Cohen and them say, "Yeah, listen, but we're on the starting line," and I jumped and I quickly loaded in, and there was like 20 seconds before the race, and I just pressed start, so I didn't have my correct setup, so it was quite an eventful last race, keeping that car on track without the correct setup.
But
it was fun.
It was fun.
I think it worked for you.
Yeah, I had to drive the car a bit more than what I would have liked to, but yeah, it worked. It worked out.
Well done, and it was one hell of a race that we thoroughly enjoyed. And we will see you, well, probably on the karts tomorrow night, I'm not sure. And then definitely Sunday evening in the supercars.
Sounds good. I'd say this is quite a fun series. I enjoyed myself a lot, so yeah, most definitely.
Enjoy, Dylan. Thank you, and fantastic race.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for the series.
Well, we have got, I just want to try and get this sorted. We've got our personal host in here, Tommy Glad. Tommy, not easy running a server and having to race and having to talk to a wife who wants to beat you. How's your feelings in general? I mean, the racing was absolutely fantastic tonight.
It was lekker. It was really, really awesome racing. The cars behaved well. For some other reason, the peer-to-peer, push-to-pass, I don't know, it did work, but as soon as the race started, it didn't work. But at the end of the day, it actually made for closer racing, and I think I might consider leaving the push-to-pass for the future races.
We actually talked about
Otherwise,
it tonight and thought, well, we couldn't see push to pass, and you're actually quite right there because it made for a lot closer racing, and passing on this track was close to impossible. It was just,
Yes.
it was insanely close.
the track is too short for that push to passes in any case. There's just no way that you can really use it except for maybe at the back straight. But then the far sweep, that's a dangerous move actually.
Oh yeah,
So-
for sure.
I think the guys behaved well. Not really too much incidents that I know of.
It was fairly clean. I mean, there's natural incidents to happen, but on the plus side, it was in fact very clean. Nothing serious.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Well, guys, I think we've reached the end of the night. We had plenty
Thanks.
of viewers, and really, I want to say thank you to each and everyone who joined. It was great to see guys like Omar Khan, Mr. Drift himself, join in, having a chat with us. Jay de Villiers, Jared, as most people know him, sitting with his kid on his lap with a dummy in the titty bottle and watching the race. And I can promise you his heart was aching. Richie Slammers from Namibia, one of the quick guys in real life racing, saying now he's getting back into sim racing sort of. And then Justin Vermeulen, I mean, a big hand who's had PC issues and still trying to get back into the sim racing stuff. Everybody who joined tonight, guys, thank you so much. It means a lot to us. It means what we're doing makes it worthwhile. And as I said earlier to Ryan tonight, we're getting back into the groove, and we need to do this to get it back to the community. So if we slur and huckle and cuck off, bear with us. We're getting back into it. But Ryan,
Thanks to you guys taking the time to do the stream and actually not race. I think that's also not always that lekker.
it's not easy.
But thanks. Thanks, guys.
Anyways, guys,
Appreciate
I'm
it.
going to end it here. And Tommy, I'll chat to you in 2 seconds. I just got to go to the
Lekker.
bathroom quick.
Cool.
Ryan, thank you for joining. And guys, we'll all see you on Tuesday evening.
Friday
We will
evening.
see you.
Oh, well, that's not streaming that one, eh? Unless Mike has got the bot going.
Oh, most probably just a bot job.
Well, still the bot is good enough. Guys, I'll see you on Tuesday, and we'll see who we have in the studio. Maybe Ryan, maybe Tommy. But we'll have something sorted
Yeah.
for you guys.